Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Comic Book Dudes here on Comic Books YouTube channel. And this
Yeah.
is our show where we talk about Valiant, Valiant's publication, Valiant Entertainment, Valiant books that come out this week and last week and the week before, because we're doing a catch-up show. We're doing a catch-up show. That's right. We're talking
Catch
about
up.
five Valiant titles. Yep. I am Justin. I'm the managing editor over at Comic Book. With me, as always, is
I'm Aaron Clutter. I'm the editor-in-chief of Comic Booked. And this is Thursday's Valiant effort. I just went ahead and threw up the image just so everybody knew exactly what they were getting into. So, yeah. So this week, that's right. There's awesome stuff this week. We have 5 books we're catching up on, about 3 weeks worth of books. A couple weeks ago, we meant to have a show, and we started going because all right, let's get this read. And we didn't get it read. We didn't get done. So then 4th of July and a bunch of other crap happened. So anyway, now we're back.
Technical issues also.
Yes, we did have some technical issues.
But we're good.
But this week we kick it off with Ninjak. And this is a couple weeks old, so we may be spoiling this book as we talk about it. Matt Kent writes this, and he's actually going to be at San Diego Comic-Con if you're going to make it out there. This number 4 really was... I called it The Secret Origin of Rokuki. I'm sorry, I just said her name wrong. Rokubi. Rokubi. And canon as well, because we kind of get a glimpse inside of his origin in this. So that was kind of cool. But what did you think about this book?
I liked it. I didn't know anything about this character before. So it was if she's been in other Valiant stuff prior to this, I didn't recognize her. So it was just a fresh start for me with this character and what she kind of went through to become who she was, which I thought was insane what she has put through.
Yep.
The art was great. The story was great. Another great.
Yeah, she's only been in Ninjak so far. So this is that's where she started. But she's been there since the first issue. I think she showed up.
Last issue. All right. I just missed her, I guess, somehow.
Yeah, I don't. She may have come in at the last part of last issue because she's one of Cannon's bodyguards or whatever.
Okay.
So she was there. Remember Ninjak was fighting her while they were flying through the air.
Oh, yes. That's right.
That's her.
Right. I got you.
So, but yeah, my tongue is just not working right today. So this book was really good. I love the origin of her. It was pretty cool. Yeah, like you said, all the stuff that she went through just gives a deeper understanding of her character and kind of why she is the way she is. It's pretty cool. I really liked it. So
yeah. I mean, it's this was, like I said, it was mainly just her origin story. So we really don't continue on the main story arc with Ninjak.
Yep.
But definitely some shocking scenes in this. So I thought it was done really well, though.
Oh yeah, and the end scene, the end section about Cannon was really cool because you got this big guy who shows up at the temple to learn with this monk, and you're like, well, who's this big guy? What's going on here? And he's like, oh, you need to go do this. And there's this monk who's immortal, constantly in a state of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So all these people come to meditate with him and learn from him, but he just sits there like this all the whole time, eyes closed in meditation. So I don't know what they're learning from him.
But they end up building a city around him.
Yeah. Yep. So this guy shows up and he says, they're basically like, your lesson is to go and get this bell and bring the bell up to the tower and put the last piece in on the whole city. And it takes him 4 years or something, or several years, and he finally brings the bell in. And they're like, now you will get your name, and your name is Cannon. And you're like, oh, well, that's cool, because Cannon's the bad guy that Ninjak's fighting in the book. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good series so far. I've liked every issue of this. It's been pretty neat. All right. So Exo Man of War number 38, The Wedding of the Centuries. This was good.
Issue. Yeah,
I like this one. Tons of stuff in here. There's some stuff like Rafer Roberts does a really cool story. There's some just all kinds of different special stuff that gives you, as always, a deeper understanding of Eric and of all of the people that he's involved with, and you've even got a little bit of a view of what the bachelor party may have looked like, at least the
Oh, yeah.
the after effects of it. So
Mhm.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the Lady Mirage was in this, and
Yeah,
helps
Shen.
Eric, uh, helps him connect with his wife from 500 years ago,
Yeah,
so that it's okay, so that he has that peace of mind going forward, that he can go forward in this new marriage and everything's okay.
yep. We
So I
really
thought
didn't
that
know
was
what happened to her either, Deidre. We knew that he had been married because they've talked about that before, and then he was taken by the vine, and we just didn't know what happened to her. So that was kind of interesting to find out that she, uh, lived a good life and all that.
hmm
So it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thought that
yeah,
added to the character.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Yep. Yeah, EXO. Eric is a great character. I've liked him since I started reading Valiant again. Just you know, probably one of the most solid characters. I mean, he's the good guy. He's the Boy Scout. He's the
Yeah.
king, the leader, which is cool. But it's nice to see more of a personal side to him, and like they did with this issue. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
Yep.
think I'm gonna go back and try to get all these in actual physical copies,
Yeah.
even though we're at 38. It's a journey. I'm
Yep.
willing to take it.
Well, a lot of stores may still have them. I mean, that's
Oh
the
yeah.
cool part.
Yeah.
Although with the announcement a few months ago about the movies, a lot of the older Valiant stuff has just completely gone through the roof.
Yeah.
So EXO, not so much. Like Bloodshot and some of these other ones, though, have definitely gone
Harbinger.
up. Just
Yeah.
Harbinger, yeah, with the Harbinger Wars, the two movies that are going to be about that. That's going to be pretty cool. So,
Yep.
speaking of Harbinger and some of the stuff there, we'll go to Imperium number 6, and you want to kick this one off?
No.
All right. Well,
Well,
Imperium is a neat. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I like Imperium because Imperium pits the two bad guys against each other, and I've talked about this before. You
Right.
don't have a lot of books where it's villain against villain, and this, Kozol is the leader of Rising Spirit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Project Rising Spirit, and he's a bad guy. I mean, he's just bad. He's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then you've
That's what I
got
like about it.
Toyo Harada, and Toyo Harada is just a bad guy. He's the leader of the Harbinger Corporation, and the whole thing with the battle with the Renegades and everything that happened there with Pete Stanachek. I mean, all of that stuff just completely showed him to be the bad guy. He set himself up with a little kingdom in Somalia, and he's basically, flipping the bird to the governments of the world and saying, screw you guys, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to provide these people with whatever I want to, and you have no say.
Right.
And everybody's afraid of him. So it's interesting to see him pit against Kozol and see what happens. And in this issue, I mean, right from the start, you've got Lord Vine 99, LV 99, the big vine lizard creature bug thing that's really, really, really wants to kill Harada. That's like his whole thing.
Yep.
But he's chasing Kozol. You've got Harada and Gravedog heading to get the cold fusion generator. And then you got Mecha Major, who's doing his little thing, trying to get to the dampeners and make sure that they stay turned off. And you got Angela, the host of whatever the eyeball thing is, that's just kind of sitting back, going, "Oh, this is interesting. I'm just going to see how this all plays out."
She changes sides.
Oh yeah. She was working with Kozol before, and
this whole issue is about the Rising Star has been boarded by
with the Leviathan.
Yep. So it's just pandemonium. They're under siege the whole time.
Right. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a good issue. And I can tell this is not so much spoiling because it happens all before page 10. The entire hardcore is dead by page 9. I went through and counted. I'm like, they're all dead. That's really, I mean, by the time LV99 and Mecha Major come busting through there, it's not even a contest. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, they're just going all the way in there. It's horrible.
Yeah, but page 15, I'm not going to spoil, but page 15 has a really cool scene as Gravedog and Harada are running away, and they're like, "Oh, who's that?" And that's going to lead into next issue coming out in August, and you'll just have to wait to see who shows up there, and definitely is going to lead into the next big series. Now, I know there's another series that starts out in August, and then of course July kicks off Book of Death pretty soon here. So yeah, that's going to be big. Now, Book of Death is going to happen in between some of this other stuff, but I definitely see some impact across the board. Now, is it going to be like everybody dies and they all come back? I mean, because one of the first ones is Ninjak, right?
Yeah, but it looks like what we're getting is we're getting Book of Death, 1 of 4, and then we'll get Book of Death, The Fall of Bloodshot. We'll get a Book of Death, The Fall of Ninjak, Harbinger, and Exo Manowar. So I guess it's going to be standalone one-shot books.
Well, maybe they'll just jump ahead and go, "Hey, this is how this person will die." I don't know, because the Ninjak one, he's old. From the scenes I've seen of it, he's old. So it's like the last days of Ninjak, and that's it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to. And I know we had a couple of winners for the posters, and I really apologize because I still haven't gotten those out of the mail, but I will try to do that tomorrow or Saturday. Get those done because I still haven't gotten good envelopes to ship them in, and I'll pick that up this weekend. Cool. All right, Unity.
So now we're on to the books that came out this week.
Right.
So we won't go too far into Unity, but we're kind of getting a flashback of this team that we see throughout time, kind of being explained to them. Oh man.
It's Warmonger. It's our second
yes,
episode or issue with Warmonger. You loved her last issue, I know.
That's pretty much all it is. Well, this issue, she seems to be a bit more tame.
Yeah. Last issue she had every other word was some kind of symbols.
Right. Made it hard to read.
Yes.
What is she really going through here? But yes, this is Warmonger. Going through and pretty much giving us a backstory of herself a little bit, adding some more to it. We got some of it last issue. We get more this issue, and she then also goes on and encounters more of the Unity team throughout this issue.
Yep, yeah, it's pretty cool because I liked, especially she talks about like back in the 1800s and the group that she meets, Blunderbuss and a couple others that are an early incarnation of the Unity Squad, but not called Unity yet. But in 1913, where she actually leads into starting World War I, because that's kind of her power. Her power is to foster rebellion and cause bad things to happen. So that's why she's called Warmonger. But she encounters Unit Y, which is a group that we met several issues ago in Unity that was like the first incarnation of the Squad. They were called Unit Y, Unity, special military force created by the at that time just the combined governments of the world. So it was cool. I made some notes too. Let's see. The big one, last issue was Ninjak. She's fighting Ninjak, and she beats crap out of him, leaves him bleeding, as she says. In this one, she's fighting Livewire. So each one she's focusing on one of the members of the Unity Squad. So it's cool.
And she's got Ninjak's sword.
Right. Yeah, that plays a part. So past teams you talked about. So Unit Y was a squad made up of 4 characters, and one of them, Gilad, is the Eternal Warrior. So that was kind of cool. You have that connection. And actually, we found out earlier that Unit Y is all gets killed in something that happens, and Gilad's the only survivor. So, we do know that happens, but not necessarily at her hands. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of about each of the groups and how those groups try to contain Warmonger or do something, and whether they're successful or not. And hopefully, through all of her talking, just like with any villain, when they start rattling on and doing their monologues, if the hero's paying attention, there's going to be some clues there to how to shut
give away
down.
Too much. So. Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. Last but not least, especially since I really, 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 really like this series,
Really,
Bloodshot Reborn. This is an awesome series. I mean, Jeff Lemire is just doing a great job on this. And I did do some research so that I could pronounce his name correctly, but still, if he would like to be interviewed on our show, that would be great. So,
yeah, love to talk to him about a lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah. But so, last issue, the last 3 issues have been about Ray, who was formerly Bloodshot. That was the nanites were taken out of his body by Kay, who was the former geomancer that was killed by the nightmare creature thing. And now there are people who look like Bloodshot who are killing a bunch of people, and he has to go kill them and reabsorb their blood. And will technically reabsorb the nanites into his body because he's the only one who can control them.
Right.
So this issue was kind of just about we've got 2 sides to this story. We've got Ray hunting down the people and getting the nanites back. And he meets Mikey, who's like a crazy, drugged out weirdo who thinks that God's put him on a mission to kill people. I was like, yay. And of course, they had to throw in the rebel flag, so a little more Confederacy there. So
appreciate it.
Yeah. And then we have the other side, which is the FBI folks, Hoyt and Diane Festival. And as far as I know, this is the first time we've ever seen Diane Festival, at least in the last year and a half of reading Valiant. I haven't ever seen her before. And she's like a profiler, but she seems to be maybe a psyot. She's got definite psychic type powers where she can read the room so well that she actually sees images of what happened.
Right.
So you got to wonder what kind of powers she has. She had some major trauma in her life. As Hoyt does some research on her, he finds out, which is kind of cool. But I think from this, my favorite line comes from Bloodsquirt in the beginning. And Ray says to him, "What are you?" And he's like, "I'm the squirt that brings the hurt." I was like, that's too funny. So, yeah. Anything else about this book?
No, I mean, without spoiling it, just talking about the art. The art's amazing, as it always is. This is the type of series that you could easily see as being a TV show, just because just the way each issue is laid out, the way it plays out. So, no, really enjoying it. I mean, I guess this is going to be kind of the norm for Bloodshot for a while. Is we're going to be, because what do we have, 6 more people or so left with some nanites?
Yeah, I think they said there were 9 total, and he's killed 3 so far.
Yeah.
So we'll give that away. Okay, he killed a guy in this one. It wouldn't be fun if Bloodshot didn't kill somebody. So yeah, pretty cool.
Everybody.
Yep.
But
so we had
mission.
5 books. That is the mission, and that's the thing. He said, "I'm not that person anymore." And Kay's like, "You're of course." Kay, the imaginary Kay in his head, says, "You're a soldier," and
yep.
I think he's finally realizing that's what he has to be. This is his war to fight, So interesting. But yeah, I would recommend every single Valiant book that we've reviewed this week for people to pick up. The Warmonger or Unity is good jumping on point. Like if you wanted to pick up 19 and 20, you'd come into this new storyline. The wedding issue is great for Exo Man of War because you don't really need to know what happened before to jump on that one. It's great, and the extra stuff, the art and the writing is really cool. It's good to see when they spotlight other writers in that book, and they've done that with the 25th issue and some of the other books that have come out that have been pretty cool like that. So, and some special news because San Diego Comic-Con kicks off tonight, technically, right? Wednesday night. Oh no, this is Thursday. Whatever. It kicked off today.
It's okay.
Yeah, so it kicked off today. Everything's going full blast, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you can catch up with some of the great talent from Valiant. Matt Kent is going to be there Friday. Jeff Lemire's going to be there on Friday. You can find them at the CBLDF booth at the different times that are listed here, so you can check that out. Robert Venditti is going to be there as well. James Asmus is the writer of Quantum and Woody. So Quantum and Woody is a great series. If you want to meet him and get any books signed, you can do that. He'll be there for an hour at the CBLDF booth on Saturday. And then they're going to have a writer's roundtable on Saturday as well. So it'll be an hour where you can hear them talk about the craft and what they do and really what's going on with Valiant. And then on Sunday, you can catch up with Robert Venditti at the CBLDF booth as well. So all kinds of good stuff.
All those lucky people at San Diego Comic-Con.
I know. Someday I'll get to go.
Right? Me too.
Someday I'll get to go to another convention. I didn't get to go to convention all year this year. So we were hoping maybe we can go to Philadelphia or someplace in the next couple months, but I don't know. So too much stuff going on. I'll tell you, I can't hardly get away. So, but good stuff from Valiant this week.
Yep.
Great books and a lot of stuff going on with San Diego Comic-Con. You know, keep a lookout on our site, comicbook.com. We'll try to get news up as fast as it happens. So anything big that comes out, we'll try to have an article up for you. If nothing else, check our Twitter feed, and you can find us at Comic Booked on Twitter. Yeah, that's about it. So
that's pretty much it for this week.
Okay. Well, this was Thursday's Valiant Effort. We appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. And please subscribe, share, like, do all that good stuff. Go to our Facebook page. We've had a huge insurgence, divergence, resurgence. I don't know what you call it. A big bunch of likes on our Facebook page.
It's called surge.
Okay. A surge of likes. So there's been some cool stuff going on there, which is great. We're slowly approaching 10,000 likes on our Facebook page, so we'd like to have a big push towards that if we can. Yep. Yeah, anything you guys are interested in listening to us talk about, let us know, and we'll do a special show just for you. Probably not, but maybe. You never know.
You never know. If it's a good enough topic or something, we probably will.
Yep. So yeah, definitely check out the site. Check out our YouTube channel as well. We've got tons of shows on there. This will be show number 31 when it goes up today. So we've been doing this for a couple months now. We've done a lot of stuff. Yep. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. See you later.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, that's weird.